enclosure, and gate and walked up. So we're in Steps Wood, and these are the eponymous steps built apparently by Benedictine nuns in the priory down the hill to help them access the village of Marrick up the hill. So, thank you, nuns. Welcome to Big Sky Country. Oh, they're just the sweetest. Try not to bother them. Failing, but trying. Now, I have to get through this gate, Mr. Sheep. Thank you. Sorry about this. Look at you. You must be really hot. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Good morning. This is day 12. I've just left the beer garden of the Hilliard Arms. It's about 9:15. I'm running very slow, despite the fact that this could or should be a long day, because my right knee and my right foot, since yesterday afternoon, have been giving me some jip. I'm actually quite concerned about the foot, particularly. Lots of top of foot pain. Concerned that it doesn't develop into a stress fracture or anything like that. The knee is more like it's just out of whack, maybe a bit poorly loaded during the course of the day, a bit too exuberant, down to Richmond. But I need to go forward anyway, at least for a while, and just see how far I get. I was only aiming for Danby West today. That's maybe 16 kilometres, and hopefully I'll make that and then I'll reassess. Anyway, it should be nice and flat, and it's certainly going to be sunny and hot, hence I have my shorts on. Anyway, after that horror show, let's get on the road. I think there'll be an awful lot of this kind of thing today. Fields, fields, fields. But all things considered, I prefer that right now to hills, hills, hills. So, mustn't grumble. Right, just had to climb some barbed wire with the help of a couple of Danish people, I think. Quite embarrassing, got caught, had to have some bearded middle-aged guy grappling around my crotch to free me while his girlfriend looks on. Anyway, nice example here of where there's actually a public right-of-way that should clearly be going here, and it's just fenced off, and you. Oh well, you farmer. Whoever's got the farm here next to the underpass under the A1M1, public rights of way completely obstructed or left impassable. Nettles, bracken, all kinds of shit. Ruining my fucking morning. Okay, Yulia. Not ducks. But at least a flight of geese. A tale of two bridges. There a lovely stone one, and here what looks like a disused railway one. And a Shetland pony. Hello, you. You coming to see me? Yeah, the grass is always greener, eh? Yeah, don't mind me. On the road between Ellison and Streatham, I've decided to play the game of count the cars that pass me. So far, I'm on 1. It is, in fact, a very quiet road, which I'm thankful for, because I don't want to go car dodging. It's not great for my knee, but my foot seems to have accepted its fate as long as I'm moving. As soon as I stop or try and stand up from sitting down, it tells me about it. But otherwise it just keeps doing its thing. But my knees aren't happy. I'll have to see whether I can do anything about that along the way. Morning. Got off to a late start today because of my knee. It's, I don't know, somewhere between 10 and 11 probably. And beyond that tree line, hopefully you can see rising like a dark silhouette the North Yorkshire moors, or at least the Cleveland Hills. That's my target for tonight, at least to touch them. Ingleby Cross, if I make it through all of these fields, this heat, and the A19. Not looking forward to that, as my top speed right now is pretty low. It's only lower than a car's acceleration speed. Anyway, best crack on. It's not going to get any shorter or easier. I can't put a brave face on this. This is painful. Took an ibuprofen this morning, and I think it probably helped, but it's worn off now, and my knee is just increasingly unhappy. I'm going to get to Ingleby Cross coming up behind me. I don't know if you can see, but those power lines are not all that far before the A19. Then I just need to cross that and then walk on a little bit further. But I really don't think I have it in me to go 20 miles across the moors tomorrow. When I get to Ingleby Cross, I'm going to look at what the accommodation situation is, see whether I can stay there for an extra night, rest the knees, rest the legs, do what I can to help them recover. And then, try and tough it through the last 3 or 4 days, depending on how I cut it. And then forget Whitby, get straight home. I've got enough time before my flight to make these adjustments, but it makes it all very tight, and that I didn't want. Anyway, I think I'm just in a bit of a low point. Best get this stage over with, see what the accommodation situation is, and then move on from there. So I've made it to Ingleby Cross. No luck with knee bandages at Exelby Services. I suggested they get some in, they do a roaring trade, and they said yeah, but those kinds of things would just get stolen. And I thought, really? That's your reason for not having any? You think that marauding hordes of walkers are going to come in here and steal all your orthopedic support devices when you've got literally much more expensive things for car owners all over the shelves? Anyway, that tickled me. Then I arrived at Ingleby Cross just in time to realise that I could get a bus into Northallerton, which has all kinds of things like boots and so on, and even other hotel options, but I wouldn't get a bus back. I'd have to definitely stay overnight in Northallerton and then come back on the bus the next day.
not actually a bad idea, I thought. So I called around several places, but they're all booked out. So now I'm sitting outside the Bluebell Inn, which is the inn of the last home, as it were, or my last chance saloon. I've sent them an email asking if they've got availability in these lovely kind of converted stable lots, very motel style. Hopefully they will, in which case I'm going to take one for 2 nights, travel into Northallerton tomorrow, get myself medded up, and take 2 days easy, and then tab over the moors. That's the plan anyway. I think if I can do that, I'm optimistic. It will still take time and it will still be painful, but I'm sure that I can do it. If they can only put me in the camping here for tonight, I might call a place back in Northallerton and travel into Northallerton, stay overnight there, get the bus out then day after tomorrow, and head out from here, because 2 days in a tent just basically lying up here where there's nothing isn't so cool. Anyway, this is turning out differently from how I expected, or how I hoped, but that's no surprise. Anyway, I'll give you an update once 5 o'clock has rolled round and I know what the accommodation situation is. So as you can see, I've been successful. I have a room, I have a bed. I will have dinner, but I won't have breakfast because they weren't expecting any guests and they didn't do the shopping. So they've knocked that off the bill, and that's fine with me. I need to get into Northallerton anyway tomorrow, and I can have breakfast when I'm there. And there's a kettle over there. I have porridge. I can make breakfast for myself in the morning before I leave. So that's fine. My knees are seizing up, both of them. So very little movement today, I think, for the rest of the day. Hopefully I can move in the morning, at least as far as the bus stop, and then you'll get a surprise unplanned tour of Northallerton and its chemists and dispensaries. Anyway, met 2 lovely lads from Brighton who are here to do the Cleveland Way in bits, and they were suitably impressed and appalled at the weight of my rucksack and all that sort of stuff, and I'm sure we'll have more to talk about this evening over dinner. Anyway, I'm going to check out for today and bring you back up to speed in Northallerton. Bye bye. Good morning. It's Wednesday 31st of July, it's 9:23 a.m. and I'm waiting for the bus, which should be here at 9:38, to Northallerton, the metropolis of this area, wherein I hope to find a Boots or some other place where I can get knee straps and painkillers and some encouragement or optimism back in the system, some morale that I can make it hell or high water. I'm still going to stay here at the pub tonight, and hopefully a full day of substantial rest apart from this little jolly into town, and some care will allow me to make it across the moors tomorrow to Blakey Ridge, or at least to Claybank Top, and then on to Blakey Ridge, and then on to Grossmont, and then on to Robin Hood's Bay. I think it'll probably be a 4-day job, even if I take the low route to Blakey Ridge. I don't think I've got 32 kilometers in me, and we'll have to see. I just really don't know. What I do know is that it would kill me to stop right now, and so they may be scraping me off the moor. I don't know, but we'll see. I know that sounds stupid and irresponsible, but I really have come too far to quit now. I think it'll take a lot more pain, a lot more discomfort for me to give up. Anyway, time to get on the bus in a few minutes, so Next stop, Northallerton.
Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology.
Good morning. It's about 8:30. It's the 1st of August and it's Blakey Ridge Day. I'm as prepared as I can be. Ankle straps, knee straps, painkillers, waterproofs, and about 32 kilometers ahead of me. If I get to the Lion Inn in one piece, I'll be very, very happy. And then hopefully I'll be able to crawl my way over the following 2 days to Robin Hood's Bay. If I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't know how this is going to turn out, and frankly, I am scared. I realise that what I'm doing is perhaps irresponsible, and I hope that I get away with it. Anyway, we'll see. It's raining, it's cool, but it is muggy, so I guess it's going to be a wet and sweaty one. Anyway, take my time. If I get there by 6, I'll be happy. Let's go. This will be very steep. Okay, so this is not actually a cairn, but a burial mound apparently. Maybe, I think it's 10,000 years old, supposed to be, something like that. And then my way forward in this direction. It's beautiful. Really beautiful. Right, just had a lovely chat with a fella who is thinking of getting into backpacking, walking and trails and stuff. Must have talked with him for about 20 odd minutes, while all the groups that I thought I was behind actually caught up with me. So maybe they're just taking very long lunch breaks somewhere. But out there somewhere is the North Sea, and I'm taking the low road up there over lots of lumpy bits. I could be taking the high road like a lot of these people probably are, but wisdom comes with age, and I'm now old, my knees have decided. So I'm taking this low road which just contours the hill for quite some way. Avoids most of the ups and downs until we get to Claybank Top, and then it's fairly flat from there. And I think with that as a compromise, I should make it to Blakey Ridge at some point tonight. It's probably about 2 o'clock now. Let's have a look. 20 to 2, quarter to 2. And so I've got plenty of daylight still to get the other 15, 20 Ks under me. But I won't get them under me if I just stand around here, so I best get going. See you on the road. Right, well, I'm here at the boundary marker with a hand carving. Just beyond it, over there is the trig point for 445 meters, or thereabouts. I've got about, by guidebook time, about another 2.5 hours to go, pardon me, before Blakey Ridge, so it's probably going to be more like 3.5 for me. I'm starting to go very slow for me is about 4 kilometers an hour, and I figure it's got to be about 12 kilometers still. So luckily it's only about 4:30, so with any luck I'll be there by 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Probably too late for food, but I doubt I'll have much of an appetite anyway, no matter how much I should eat. I'm probably just going to try and rehydrate and get some sleep. I'm glad that I continued. You know, I'm confident that I can get there now. I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow, but time will tell. Right now it's dead quiet up here apart from the wind and the midges. You can maybe hear them humming in the background, and occasionally an RAF fighter goes overhead. But apart from that and the bleating of the sheep and the mad flutter of grouse as I disturb them, there's just nothing, no sound. And I like it. I like it up here. Massive skies, massive views. And once you're up, just walking. I'm glad it's summer. I'm glad it's summer so that I have a lot of daylight, because I'm going to need it. I've taken my last ibuprofen for the day and hopefully it'll be enough. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Anyway, a bit of a rest here, and then on to Blakey Ridge, the Lion Inn, and some well-deserved soda and blackcurrants. God, that is a sight for sore eyes. Blakey Ridge, the Lion Inn. I can see it. God, I can't even hold the camera straight. It is just about to go 7. Maybe I'll be there 7:30. It's still probably further away than it looks. But I have eyesight with it, eye line with it. That's good enough for me. On we go. It's Friday the 2nd of August. About 9:35 a.m. I already knew it yesterday, but it's taken me up to now to really there's no good way to say this. I just have to stop. I literally can't walk. It's not just discomfort, it's pain. It's real deep pain, both knees, instability. I honestly don't know how I'm even going to get home using public transport at this point. But that's the best thing to try to do. So I'm going to order a taxi, get myself to a mainline station and try and work my way back down to Luton. Give myself the maximum number of days recovery there before my flight. Do my best to continue recovering upon arrival, and hopefully not have to take any sick leave for this adventure, because I don't want to inconvenience my colleagues for my Übermut, or lack of moderation, whatever you want to call it. I'm disappointed, I'm frustrated, I'm also angry at myself for not managing this whole process better, to come so close. It's maybe only 48 kilometres from here, maybe even less, to the North Sea. But I can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't do it for myself. I can't do it for the people that I carried those pebbles for. I'll be carrying them a lot further back to Germany with me, and they'll be coming back with me the next time, and there will be a next time, and there'll be a better time, but this time is now over.
Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology.